I see. Wow. We got everyone, Mike. How odd is this? We'll see how long it lasts.
Yeah, it will.
Oh, let's see. I might need to open up the adventure. Let me start with that.
Been a while since we had a legit full group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ever since our friend down under died.
Yeah, I wish we could hear something from Ashley. I'd like to know that he's, at least okay.
Yeah, alive would be
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duncan, probably what happened with the posting images is you were not rolled as a player. So I set your role as a player, and that might have been it. I don't know what I have set up for permissions
He's,
in
a,
the general server right now.
he's a player.
Oh, let's see. I should probably take away Michael's GM status.
Yeah, not no more.
So,
Not no more.
so that he can't go into the GM room when I'm talking to you guys.
Yep, I would never do that anyway.
I know you wouldn't. I'm just giving you some shit. All right. Let's see here.
No,
now.
that's my job of sneaking in things and learning things I'm not supposed to.
All right. So, you know what, Mike? Hit the record button. Let's start this out.
Yep, I'm recording.
Sweet. All right. So you have all come to or been at Susquehanna recently, and you've all joined up with the Susquehanna Defense Force for whatever your own reasons are. We can discuss that later. At some point, you'll talk with your other fighters and defenders when you're doing things. Let's see. You've all heard of the swarm. The insectoid species, the Shirin, who during the gap broke away from the swarm and reached the pack worlds in 83 after gap AG. They came, they were looking for safe harbor, and they brought warnings of the danger of the swarm. Unfortunately, their words of caution would not be realized for almost 200 years. And then at that time, the swarm arrived and in a bloody attack beat up upon the pack worlds and the Viscarium. And those two, the pack worlds and the Viscarium, were the ones that were able to defeat the swarm, but with a severe death toll. At this point, the hive, the swarm learned of its missing children, and things have been quiet for a while, but that is about to change. You've all been called into service. And it's been 6 months since the swarm first touched down on Susquehanna. A bloody conflict named the Battle at Stone Sea was the first conflict. The 5th Battalion of the Susquehanna Defense Force was the closest to the site of contact and held the swarm back long enough for the SDF to mobilize other battalions to the area. Stories of the battle have already reached near mythical heights, as most members of the 5th Battalion were killed in glorious, terrible combat. Since then, SDF has been fighting a losing battle against the swarm. Susquehanna is a friendly trading partner with the Pack Worlds, and the planet's government has yet to officially request aid, with many afraid that the Pack Worlds will claim their planet as a protectorate in payment for such help. Um, However, that hasn't stopped volunteers and mercenaries from other systems from joining the fight and joining up with the SDF, much as some of you have. In an effort to replace its ranks, the 5th Battalion has recruited mercenaries, off-worlders, and made deals with prisoners and pirates and accepted nearly every volunteer who can hold a gun. Um, these new soldiers, which include all of you, are being trained and outfitted at Camp Cavalier, a small encampment just outside of Brenoa. Now, what I'm going to do is, let's see, each of you could give me a diplomacy or profession soldier check. We'll practice using our character sheets and see how everyone is familiar with those. What do you guys think of the most recent changes I've done?
Oh, looks good.
Well, what'd you change besides the ability thing on skills?
Ability and skills, just getting those, especially for the abilities, the temporary modifiers, so that if you have a temporary adjustment, you can change it on the fly without having to open anything. And then on the skills, adding in having the ranks, the ability modifier that is selected, and the total value visible. Um, Additionally, if you look, every skill you can change what ability modifier is applied to that skill. Um, the trick being, so there's different feats and things that change some of the skills, and in all likelihood, they will probably do something where a lot of things can change. Like instead of using intelligence for medicine, you use wisdom, uh, or vice versa, whatever it is. So that option has been, I have put that option into the character sheet. Now you can select whichever ability applies to the skill for your character. That was requested by someone on the forum for the character sheet. And none of that, the abilities and skills haven't gone live to the rest of the populace yet because I'm having some issues with GitHub, but hopefully I'll talk to some people and get that fixed and get the character sheet up to date.
Quick question, Phil. Can I use profession mercenary instead of diplomacy?
Yeah, I'll let you use that instead of soldier.
I don't have profession soldier. I have profession mercenary.
Yeah, whichever. Basically, what's happening is, you know, when you're in an encampment, you're in this training area. Didn't work out for you, but
No.
that's all right. Some of you are going to hear rumors and little snippets of conversations, or you might even go looking for some scuttlebutt. So a few of you might know some things, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to steal you one at a time down into the GM channel, and get you guys figured out what rumors you heard, and then you can use those as talking points when we're playing a little bit later when you meet up with everybody for your first assignment.
All right.
Okay. Hey, Mike. Let's see. What do we got here? You learned something with your soldier check. Let me get my D8 out of the case here. And let's find out which rumor you heard. Oh, this is a good one. So you know that the swarm is controlled by an extraplanar coalition of demons who, or at least you heard, is controlled by an extraplanar coalition of demons who want to destroy as much of the galaxy as possible. You heard some pretty reputable soldiers. They looked like they'd been in the war for a while, talking that way. It might be something you want to share. It might be a secret you want to keep just for yourself. Maybe that'll be the your saving grace later on. Let's see. Duncan's check. Yeah, he didn't do well on diplomacy. All right, I'll grab Alder. I'll grab our little plant and bring him down here. I'm gonna send you back. You got any questions about that?
No, but I thought I was with the SDF for a while. I just happened to be relocated here.
Yeah, you were with the SDF, but you just joined up with the 5th Battalion.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're kind of leading.
No.
You're helping. You're helping train these new recruits,
Okay.
kind of thing. So you've been transferred here. You've done some fighting, but you've been out of the. You haven't gotten into the gore that you've been looking for.
I need to get in the shit with the grunts.
That's right. All right, I'll be right back up there in a minute.
Okay.
All right, guys. Um, so that's all for the gossip that anyone really heard. The rest of you, you hear juicy bits, tidbits. Things about the swarm you already know. That they can crawl through the ground. They've got diggers. They've got flyers. They've got battle bugs. And so anything you might have read or heard about the swarm is pretty much fair game. All right.
Hey,
Yeah, go
Phil,
ahead.
just real quick. Is it okay since we haven't actually started? Can I just change what armor I picked?
Absolutely. I was just about to say that you're just about to get ready to go out on your first mission. Um, and you, like I said earlier, you've been assigned here at the 5th Battalion and sent to Camp Cavalier. Here you can gear up and meet your commanding officer who will give you your duty rosters. Um, does anyone have any question about the mechanics of Starfinder?
Limited telepathy. Can I use that towards more than one person at once, or is that just one?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's just like talking on a phone. The more people that are talking, the harder it is to understand. But you can certainly have a party line going on in your head if you want.
Okay. Yeah, because I want to be able to make sure I can talk to more than just one person at a time.
Yeah, as long as you've set it up with your team members or whatever, then you can hear them, they can hear you, that kind of thing. As long as they're within 30 feet, right? That's your limitation.
I don't know off the top of my head. I'll check it out.
Typically, it's 30 feet. I think there's feats that can increase that to 60. Um, right. So if there's no questions, what you could do now is you can quickly get any gear you might think you need or want to have for you. You get the feeling it's growing closer towards evening. Um, you've had most of the day to rest, and you've been told to prepare for a uh, a mission involving overnight detail.
What sort of like numbers of like people are around us other than the six of us?
Oh, there's all kinds of soldiers, and you go to get equipment. You can go gear up at the supply tent, whatnot.
Gotcha.
Supply building. You still have to pay for it because the SDF is really falling on hard times with the swarm and everything. So every little bit helps the effort. So new recruits have to purchase any gear they believe they feel they need um, at this time.
Mm.
Is everybody else new to the SDF here?
Think
Yeah.
I think everyone with the exception of Stelly is new to the SDF. So you've got a fresh batch of recruits, fresh meat to run through the grinder here, Stelly.
Stelly's just gonna like go ahead and use his limited telepathy to look at these new awesome people that have joined the fight and say welcome to what's the name of the planet again? Suskalon, right?
Suskalon. Yep.
Welcome to Suskalon. I'm glad to see you part of the fight. My name's Stelly, and I'm a soldier here.
The swarm is currently building forces and giving Suskalon a really hard time right now. Agent, they are not beaten. They are beating you. It is bad.
So we're getting our butts kicked on this planet.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's why you've been recruited, because they have gotten their butts kicked so badly so far.
Are there any environmental things for this planet we should be worried about?
It is a cold. If you took a look at the player's guide, we can take a quick look at that. Underneath the Suskalon system itself, you would see that it's an independent 6-planet system in the vast that has friendly commercial ties. It features a diverse range of biomes, plenty of resources. Let's see, where does it come? Dry summers and dead winters due to an unusual orbit. A few months of extreme temperatures each year, and it is in the extreme cold temperatures right now. The nights have been brutally cold, so you may want to pack an extra blanket.
And Stelly appreciates you guys coming to fight for his home.
The player's guide is available for you guys as you feel you need to. If you didn't get a chance to read through it, you can definitely do that between our sessions. And I will add other stuff as I find it to be helpful for you.
Do you have a
Yeah,
link?
just skimmed it.
Oh, I see.
I know some of you, Stelly has the career trooper theme, as well as the battle medic theme on Agent, which both come from the player's guide.
Gesundheit.
He's got the coronavirus.
Thanks.
How about that?
I live in Seattle. Don't joke about that shit.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I had the flu last weekend, so it's the first time I've had the flu in years. It was quite awful. I was in bed for 2 days, day and a half at least. But you're soon summoned. I assume everyone is ready to go, ready to move forward.
Ready to kill some bugs.
Kill them all.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You have been summoned as a group to speak with your commanding officer, whom you know as Major Jaldamarik. You can give me a culture or profession check to recall knowledge of this individual, and I will tell you what you guys know. This one's going to be a little more open. I'm going to start with the lowest result that garnered information, and then work my way up.
I'm really killing it with my rolls so far.
Hey, man.
Well, we'll get the bad ones out of the way.
We won't want to change things now, will we?
No.
I mean, Momo's a mercenary. He's got that personnel thing, so you might have heard of this guy.
I will say Momo will get front and center. Momo will make a point of being right there and like ready to volunteer.
Yeah.
While absent-mindedly tossing a grenade up and down in one of his hands.
What Momo, Agent, and Erebus know of Major Jaldamarik is that he is a Vesk officer, one of the most stalwart and feared commanders in the SDF. He's over 60 years old and has had a storied career. He has worked as a Viscarian for the Viscarian military, the stewards, and as a private military consultant in the Pack Worlds. So you guys have heard of him. You're not real familiar with him, but you know that he's basically a badass, and it's obvious he's probably here to kill some bugs.
Mm-hmm.
Alder and Stelly, the both of you know that he was one of the few Vesks given the Starstone Medal, one of the Pack World's highest military decorations for fighting the Swarm during its attack on the Pack Worlds and the Viscarium. Credible rumors say that he turned down an offer to join the Knights of Galarian after the hostilities ended. You are all summoned to meet Major Jaldamarik in his ready room. A Vesk veteran of several battles with the Swarm in both the Viscarium and the Pact Worlds. His scales are dark green, and there are spikes on his jaw point forward to form a sort of beard. He sports a large cybernetic eye, and you notice that as you file into the chamber, he inspects each of you and your kit for a moment before he begins to lecture. Let me see if I actually put a picture of him in here. I did put a picture of him for you guys.
Hell yeah.
All right, so while you guys look at that guy, I'm going to quickly add the data that you know.
That is indeed a
Give me a
robot.
little background there. All right, I have showed the picture to you again. If you scroll down now, that information I gave you is written there in text, so you guys can come back and look at that later. And as he begins with a gruff voice, "I'm your new commander, Officer Jaldamarik, and I was killing Swarm before you were clutching your mother's tails. I know more about this enemy than every soft-skinned general in the system, and I know for a fact we are losing this war. You've probably heard that over the last 7 days, the Swarm has retreated from 3 smaller cities to the east of Brnoa, and the media and the SDF alike are calling this a turning point for the war, but I know better. Those Vexers are up to something, and I'm not letting the 5th Battalion get caught with their spacesuits around their ankles. You're now part of what I'm calling the Midnight Squad. For your first assignment, you'll patrol the Delta Escarpment a few miles west of Camp Cavalier from sundown to sunup, and report back with any unusual activity. Any questions?"
No question, sir. Happy to help. And
Will we be assigned
Momo,
any
He actually
Momo salutes.
he almost shrugs and raises his hand to his head, having noted the Skittermander as you guys filed in.
Will we be assigned any special?
Surely, we can't. Things can't be that bad. We're still able to get reinforcements. So how bad could it really be?
Yeah, as you say that, Stelly, he sucks some air through his teeth. The signs aren't good, but that doesn't mean we're finished. If you complete your patrols and report any and all pertinent intelligence back to me, I will make sure High Command knows what us troopers are facing here on the ground. You could give me a sense motive check. Stelly, you feel he's holding something back. You know, maybe you can Erebus, you sense there's something more there too.
What's the real shit, sir?
Give me a diplomacy check. You're pretty straightforward with him, but
Yeah.
Alder, you definitely note that he's obviously holding something. It's concerning that he's holding something back from you guys.
I don't like running ops in the dark with half information.
If someone else wants to try a diplomacy check to get him to spill the beans,
I've heard of various creatures leading the swarm, and I'm worried that we might run into some of them. Is that something that's possibly going to be happening, or is this something else, sir?
there we go. That's what I like to see. That's why we have an envoy.
Yeah, envoy.
He shakes his head, says, I've been in a lot of battles in my time, and I've seen what the swarm can do. It's not a matter of if this planet is going to fall, but how many swarm we can kill before they eat us alive. Do you understand me, soldiers?
Yes.
Understood, sir.
Boat to the rescue.
Let's see. He looks around the lot of you, almost daring you to ask more questions.
So is there any chance we can get a vehicle?
A vehicle? You can see what the what supplies got, but I don't know that you'll be getting any vehicles. It's not very far away. It's a short walk, and you're not going to be the only ones out there. So you shouldn't need a vehicle for this
Got the
for
Mark,
this
Mark 1 legs.
for this mission.
Long run and a quick death.
Don't worry about the Midnight Squad, sir. You're gonna get all 6 from us.
Good enthusiasm there, Private Momo.
Momo salutes this time with 2 hands. He's also still tossing that grenade up and down as well with another hand.
Yep.
Alright. So let's get our shit and get patrolling.
Mm-hmm.
They have binoculars or anything like that?
Probably.
Yeah, we can buy binoculars, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He stands up and notes that you've asked some questions. Guess you guys know what you're gonna fight. You seem to have heads on your shoulders. And unit dismissed. Probably want to, as you're beginning to file out, is that you probably want to get some rest before evening patrol and visit the quartermaster to make sure you have everything you need for 13 hours of patrol duty, a light source if you need one, clothing to withstand cold weather. Though your armor should be sufficient to take care of that. Perhaps something to help you keep awake. Due to our strained resources, the SDF can't provide anything for you, so you will have to pay for any items you wish to requisition from the quartermasters.
Send forth around us. Good.
And with that, you are dismissed. And he turns to a computer screen and begins working on some other stuff as you leave. You are your orders show you to muster up at the front gate of the camp at sunset, where you will be given a map to your patrol location. Is there anyone want to do anything else before you take off for the evening?
I am going to pick up a few things from supply, and then I'm going to report the information that I found out about the large multi-headed creature that is able to kill things within its sight. That's supposedly on the front lines here, leading the troops.
Well, if you think that's really useful information.
Yeah, Stelly's just gonna go ahead and sleep.
I'm gonna go see if I can find binoculars, and in the case I can't, see if I can get a sniper rifle scope. Just a scope.
You can absolutely find binoculars. I don't remember what the cost for spyglasses is. You should be able to find a price for that somewhere. I think
I'm looking in the core rule book and I don't see it.
I don't think there's anything in the core rule book. It might be something in the armory.
I don't see it in Starfinder. The only thing I'm seeing is for Pathfinder, and it's 20.
Okay, looks like it's in the Pact Worlds book.
Pack Worlds has it.
Yeah, page 199. Oh, looks expensive.
Let's see. Let me open that. Let me crack that bad boy open and see what we got here. You said page 199?
Yeah.
Technological items. Frictionless gel. Binoculars. Binoculars are great. Level 1 item, 50 credits. They give you a +1 circumstance bonus on vision-based perception checks against objects 30 feet or further from you. In order to gain this benefit, you must continually adjust the binoculars magnification settings, which require the using 2 hands and a move action each round. So probably don't want to use those during combat.
Yeah.
But I mean, it could be useful if you got a sniper out there you're looking for.
Well, I'll bet. We cannot afford them yet.
We can find somebody dead out there. We can hook you up with. Any dead troopers out there with gear on them.
How much did you say it was?
50 credits. I could chip in.
I'm 5 credits short.
You got to get yourself a magnoscope. Does the same thing as binoculars, but only with one hand because it does it automatically. But that's a level 4 item, and it'll cost you 2,000 credits. So, not going to help you right now.
Yeah. If
a
any
lot of nice items in
cost
there.
me 5 credits, I'd be able to get one of these. Given that I can fly, I'm probably the best choice to hold one.
Momo will slip you 5 credits or 5 UPBs, but I go, here you go. Oh, always happy to help.
Quite, thank you.
And Momo is also absent-mindedly with 2 of his hands pulling out a pack of cigarettes and a windproof lighter.
You're quite the fiddler. Do your hands ever stop?
Well, lots to do.
There is very little to do.
Always find something to do. Momo is also absent-mindedly assembling a grenade from spare parts as he speaks.
Right, Sekka's just gonna get the spyglass and go to bed. What was the bonus on that?
+1 to perception checks for things greater than 30 feet away.
Thank you.
I'm going to pick up a wake up patch.
Not a bad idea.
He did say get some stuff to keep you awake.
Figuring a fortitude save I'll be good at.
So some of those technological items, formation boots. I don't know if anyone wants
I bought a pair of those because if there's a special item for it in the player's guide, it's probably going to come up. So I bought a pair of those. Since it's a cold planet, I bought a thermal regulator. And then I got a camouflage membrane. Which, before we go out, I want to set for our area we're going to be going in.
You want to do what for the area?
Set the camouflage membrane for the area we're going to go in.
Okay.
It gives me a +2 if I'm in the appropriate terrain. It takes 10 minutes to set.
Like an urban environment, or is it a
Sure,
wilderness,
yeah.
or what is it?
This fine webbing is coated with reactive dyes that can be altered through minor electrical charges. It can be slipped over clothing or armor and adjusted to reflect patterns of the local terrain to provide some camouflage in the process that takes 10 minutes. Basically, it's a ghillie suit, a technological ghillie suit that you put on, and when you wear the membrane, +2 circumstance bonus to stealth checks while in that biome, and then 10 minutes to change it to a different biome.
So what is the terrain that we're going to be facing?
It's cold.
As you get out there, you'll see it's cold, it's harsh, it's nighttime. So you muster up, and you're given a map and a compass if you don't have one. And all right, the sergeant says, "Get along, guys. We got you got people to relieve out there." And he scoots you on your way. Someone needs to make a survival check to follow the map and the lay of the land.
Somebody better than me, hopefully.
Do we have a bonus for the compasses?
No, that's
No.
part of your survival ability. Can anyone
don't take
can anyone
we
help
don't take a
Stelly?
penalty.
There we
by
go.
everyone.
Erebus quickly corrects Stelly's leadership.
No,
However you want to correct that.
My bad.
But you see that Stelly was heading in the wrong direction. It probably would have taken you guys an extra hour to get where you were going.
My bad.
Look here, Lieutenant.
hey, turn the map over.
So Stelly starts to go into like a woodland camouflage pattern in his skin.
Unfortunately, his armor doesn't change. It's just the guy in the
No,
fish.
just the guy in the fishbowl.
So you guys begin heading out, and after a couple of hours, you reach the area where you're required to patrol. You find that the area is it's basically just a rocky terrain with some patches of snow still lingering around. Let's see. The sun is fully set by the time you reach the escarpment, but the stars above provide dim light as you reach your final location. I mean, not final location, but you reach your patrol area, and you set up in this hilly region surrounding the metropolis of Brnoa. You find you have plenty of time to talk to one another, possibly relating backstories or sharing any rumors you might have heard. We're speculating on the future of the war.
Hey guys, I heard that like these bug guys are like led by some interdimensional demon monster.
Can you blow it up?
Bleeds. It breathes.
It bleeds.
I mean,
Well,
Bleeds, you can die.
there you go. I'm sure it's nothing we can't handle.
Planet wasn't always like this. This area used to be really nice until the bugs came.
Bugs.
Did you grow up here?
Yeah, not too far from here in the ocean over there.
Oh, wow. A local, huh?
This planet seems almost frozen over. How did you manage that?
I'm a fish.
That doesn't answer my question.
Live under the water, under the ice. And it's only part of the year.
Senka eyes you suspiciously.
It's all good, It's all telepathic because he can't talk to you guys. So.
Oh, that's right.
Which inconveniently happens to be the way the bugs talk to each other.
No.
How'd the bugs get here?
No, I was just in my barracks one day, and then the next thing I know, we got alerted to that the bugs were inbound, and been moving around ever since then, trying to regroup with different units.
If they are telepathic, they may have other magical capabilities. Perhaps they
Probably.
Basically, ever since the bugs came to this system, we've kind of been moving around and with our heads chopped off, moving around to different places, trying to get reorganized.
It's a damn shame.
Are they just killing the intelligent life, or are they just wiping out all as much life as they can?
From what I can see, they just kill everything that moves.
Ah.
I'm while y'all are talking, I'm transcribing what Stelly says.
Well, I'm happy to be working with that Major Gelda Merrick. He seems like a hell of a vet.
He's a credit to us all.
As you guys are chatting and passing the time, how about each of you give me a perception or survival check, whichever you find or think you will do the best in.
All right. Hey!
Perception and the +1 on that if I can use the binoculars.
Gotcha.
I just wanted to say that I think it's unfair that Agitant and I rolled the same thing and I got a nat 20.
Hey, this is the first time we've rolled and we've all rolled above a 10.
Yeah, you guys
That's
did a pretty
true.
good job. Between Momo and Agent, you both notice something in the ground, and you pointed out to Stelly, who is able to identify the tracks as those of a creature called a Suskalon brush stalker. Stelly, you know it's a large endangered predator native to the region. Four-legged creature, jaws, kind of bat-like senses. But you also note that the tracks are a few hours old, and the creature has probably moved on.
Yeah, we'll be all right as long as we don't look like dinner.
And you don't.
No worries there.
Senka looks down at the bite-sized Momo.
Momo is all. Momo has just pulled out the artillery laser that he carries.
Majestic creatures. It's unfortunate that unfortunately most of these will probably be dead soon.
And then you seem to
What a
have
shame.
more time. Does anyone have anything else they want to describe to the rest of the party? Talk to about?
Senka's going to avoid talking for the most part. Not interested in conversation, more interested in flying around ahead, up above him.
All right. Well, why don't you describe Senka as far as more than just flying around?
Uh,
Does she have a special weapon or?
yeah, actually. She seems to have gone. She seems to not care too much in regards to armor. She's only wearing an X-Tech Suit 1. It seems all of her funding has gone straight into the azimuth laser rifle she carries. And she's been using that in conjunction with binoculars to sort of just watch the horizon from as high up as she can.
Cool. You guys have a fairly eclectic group here.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got a fish in a bowl on top of some armor. You've got Grove. How's Alder getting around? Is he riding on someone or?
No. Unfortunately, nobody grabbed a peg carrier, so he's just shuffling.
How much? How much does Elder weigh?
4 pounds.
Okay.
He's like maybe a bulk.
Yeah, Momo will, by the way, just volunteer if Elder ever needs any help keeping up. Momo will volunteer a hand. Because Momo could just hold you in one hand.
Just so you guys know, because of the way I've done the tokens here, you don't really get the feel of it. Stelly is a tiny creature inside of a medium size suit of armor with a water body kind of thing. Alder, being Raxolite, is a tiny plant. Okay, so
big flower in my head.
If I was Isoki, I could carry you in my mouth, but
Yeah, not much bigger than a cat. Momo, a skittermander, is a 6-armed small creature, so you figure maybe a little bit bigger than a halfling, but with 6 arms instead of 2. Sinka is a Strix, a winged medium, and then Agent and Erebus are androids who are basically humanoid in structure, and appear mostly human to a casual glance.
I guess we were desperate enough to take anybody. 1-foot plant.
Yeah, Momo will freely volunteer. Momo will go like, "Hey, little guy, if you're having trouble keeping up, I can always carry you. You're not too heavy for me, and I always got a spare hand or two."
That'd be helpful. I'll take you up on that.
Yeah, not trying to be condescending. Plenty of people have called me short before. I hang around with a lot of those big vests.
They can be very big.
What you gonna do? But hey, we all got our talents, right? Momo says as he lights up another cigarette.
Alder, I have a question for you.
Everyone seems on pins and needles.
Yeah.
Alder, I have a question for you.
Yes, go ahead.
Are you familiar with the concept of dropping a potted plant on someone's head?
I don't actually know.
Follow-up question. Are you more specialized with ranged or melee weapons?
I have a pistol I can use, but in general, I'm I'm more likely to point out or distract the enemy than to actually fight.
Okay, final question. How do you feel about heights?
I don't have any problems with them. I'm
Good.
a rack
I
slide,
may-
so we can we can fall from fairly
Oh,
long
that's
distances.
wonderful. That's
Not have
wonderful. Then we will
issues.
work perfectly together later.
That entire conversation, I'm just off to the side laughing. 'Cause I know exactly what they want to do.
Senka sort of begins messing around with some of the grenade pouches and whatnot that she has, trying to see if any of them might be big enough to fit a Raxolite.
Actually, you know what? I just realized I have a backpack. You could ride in my backpack. There's not a lot of stuff in there right now. Frankly, I don't need to keep much in the backpack since I can usually just carry anything.
Yeah, you do have a multitude of rooms.
Yeah.
I've basically got okay. I have like a pair of glasses on, but it's very obvious that they're not like a prescription type thing. They look like Google glasses.
Hipster glasses? Oh,
No.
okay.
And then I have a small little drone camera that follows me around, either right above my my shoulder height or up higher, depending on what's going on, so that it can see what's going on, and I can record what's happening for the evening news.
So trying to make your memoirs or something.
I'm an independent journalist, and I'm reporting on the war for those that need to
Oh boy.
see what's happening.
Well, at least you're not one of those useless journalists that don't carry a weapon.
No, I've got a weapon. I'm not.
Oh no,
I'm not
don't
stupid.
worry. I can be useless other ways.
Well, Momo will is probably absentmindedly tinkering now with the grenade he had been tossing up and down, taking out a little piece and putting in another one and adjusting it. It looks like a custom-made item. And he's chain smoking while he does this.
All
Hey,
right.
you guys seen a lot of action before?
Unfortunately, not.
Not quite this way.
Nothing to do with this. I've dealt with some of the gangs on Absalom Station, but that's about as bad as it's gotten.
Oh.
I've
Well, I'm
been a
just looking for
counter
something
sniper.
new to blow up.
Hey, Momo,
I've been a counter sniper and a bodyguard for the last 3 years. I've seen that little bit.
Cool.
I do appreciate that you have a fine taste in tobacco, Momo, but if you would, smoking at night's not usually a good idea.
Huh? Oh. Okay. And Momo will cup it so
Yeah.
that the cherries inside his hand.
Yeah, exactly, because the enemy can see those miles away.
Mmm.
Also, not forget these are bugs, so they can probably smell really well.
Or they like feel you.
We got a pretty weird crew. I'm pretty sure they'd smell us anyway.
For yourselves, I'm in a jar.
Yeah, other than you.
Anyone smell fish? Excuse me.
In this climate, will either be easy to smell or damn near impossible. It's so cold, I doubt scent gets anywhere.
And after several hours, you know your shift is nearing its end. Faint trace of the rising sun's light can be seen on the horizon. And then a loud atonal alarm is followed with an all points emergency broadcast over your comm units. A hurried female voice says, "Attention, all Suscalon ground forces. This is Space Dock Prime 1. We are under heavy attack. A swarm armada has entered in low orbit and has begun to..." The transmission ends abruptly as it began in a burst of ear-splitting static. High up in the sky above Vernoa, hundreds of small lights flash, the telltale sign of Starship combat.
Lovely.
So, what are you guys going to do?
What were our orders?
Have any of you ever?
Uh,
Any
you
of you
were-
familiar with the concept of 0 to 100?
Oh yeah! And Momo immediately readies both his azimuth artillery laser, or not azimuth. I'm sorry, his artillery laser and his assault hammer, and as well still having a grenade in the ready as well.
I'll pull out my knife and pistol.
Did they tell us what our orders were? I kind of didn't catch. My daughter's distracted me.
Our orders are to
the-
remain here for 11 hours.
You were sent out to patrol this region, the Delta Escarpment, and gather any intelligence you could, and then at the end of your shift to report back.
This is the end of our shift.
Yeah, you're pretty much at the end of your shift at this point.
Alrighty, gentleman plus lady, or ladies. Should we
Well,
head
it's time
back?
to report back then.
All right,
Yes.
Let's get going.
Well, hey, Stelly, though, I mean, you've been here a bit. When this kind of combat's going on up there, does it usually involve landing parties as well?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, we've been shuffling around the planet the whole time. This is my first time to get some action.
Oh,
We have another 42 minutes before our shift ends, Momo. If you would like, we can remain and watch. See if there's any information we can bring back.
sure thing.
Should we radio this in and let camp know in case they didn't hear it and we the only ones that got it?
Yeah.
You do that. I'm gonna get some height.
Yeah, we could
Senka's
probably...
going to shoot. Senka's going to start flapping and shoot up into the sky. Get some height.
Sure. You gain some elevation, and you can you see that there's nothing really close to you. I mean the combat, the battle is quite distant from you.
I'm mostly looking out for if anything comes down from that. I want to have the over obstructions and see where it lands.
Sure, you don't see anything close enough or branching off towards you guys at all. Anyone who tries to utilize their comm units finds that they are there's an interference, probably because of the overhead battle disrupting signals, and you're unable to contact anyone at this point.
Okay, so you guys want to finish our patrol and then just head back?
As you're
Yes,
all
so-
on alert, give me perception checks.
Man, I'm killing it today.
Natty 17. It's important. I have a +0 to perception.
All right, give me one. And we're going to have some fun.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna die. We're all gonna die.
You're probably all going to die.
I sure
Um,
hope not.
Let's see.
I can't run away this time.
I don't have like 400 speed anymore.
No.
540, thank you.
Wow.
I don't remember how to do that. Maybe. Let's see.
Uh-huh.
The red sands, I love it.
All right, so you guys, I have moved you to a map. So as you can imagine, there's probably something going on.
What? Yeah, we're on watch. That's it.
Yep, you're on watch, and this is the area you're watching. I have Senka at 6 flying. That would be 6 squares high, so at about 30 feet high right now.
That sounds perfect.
I think that's probably good. You can change that if you wish. The next thing I have is it looks like our leaders were Erebus and Momo for these checks. The two of you get to act in the surprise round.
Ooh.
Go ahead and everybody give me initiative rolls.
All right. And are we good that if I got oops, let me do that again. If I got Adler in my backpack or being held?
I am okay with him. Is he on the screen? Is he underneath you?
Yes.
Oh, that means I can't see him. That's fine, as long as you guys know where you're at.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You cool with that, Zach?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
I
You
got
can
everything
ride.
in here.
Sorry, Momo.
Were you able to-
Will doesn't do too much melee fighting, so.
Were you fine with me being on there, or does it make it so you can't select yourself?
Oh no, I'm fine. I selected myself.
Okay.
Yeah, after you moved it, actually.
All right, Momo, you see a disturbance off to the north side. You can act in the surprise round, and going to go ahead and bring these guys up.
Oh. Okay.
This is what you see off there. This
Bugs.
insectile bug creature. You can take a single action, be it a movement or standard action.
Sorry. Okay.
This is our
Let's
first
see.
combat.
What's the distance there? It's 5 feet. So, yeah, I'll just shoot at it with my artillery laser. Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot. So,
Well,
I missed.
they've got some cover from surrounding rocks and snow drifts and whatnot, and your shot goes wide.
I also look very excited to be shooting. It's probably a little bit of eat hot laser bug.
Erebus, you also note these creatures coming up and are able to take a action before they get upon you.
fairly flat, barren terrain?
It's fairly flat. There's a little bit you can see like over here. There's this hard rock, and the snow is kind of piled drifts. It's not providing too much cover. I was just using that thematically.
Yeah, nothing I can really hide here.
Not really. Though you do know some bugs burrow.
I'll just move over to there.
Cool. All right, so Erebus repositions to get an angle. The rest of you are kind of surprised as these creatures swarm in upon you.
It's either that or the fact that Momo just started firing random things seeming for me.
Yeah.
Oh boy. They're pretty quick, huh?
Well, double. Oh, I guess they only get. I'll move that back. That makes sense. There we go. So yeah, surprise round. They get a single action as well. They don't get to take double actions on surprise rounds. But they are pretty quick. Their legs they skitter across the ground coming at you, and their mouths open up in that three-pointed maw, and we get back to Momo.
All right, Momo is going to run forward. Let's see. I can go to. I don't need to get that close. Let's see what's that. Yep, that should be. Let's see. Momo's going to go ahead and toss a grenade in between those two guys.
Alder, if you're riding with Momo, you can move your token with his.
Oh yeah.
Free movement, closer to the battle.
Yep. Okay. Minimum. Geez. Okay. No, that should be 1d8 plus. No, it's not plus.
Did you throw a grenade?
Yeah.
Sweet.
2 electricity damage. But to both of them.
Where did you?
Oh, right in between those two guys.
Okay, so for
Nothing not
grenades,
popping up.
because I know you're going to take. I see it. You're going to use them a lot. Grenades fire off of intersections as opposed to centers.
That's fine.
What is the area of effect of your circle of your grenade?
This is a shot grenade, so I believe it's let's see, it's 15 feet.
15.
So it's so it'll easily hit them both.
15
So
foot.
like it's if it matters, it's electricity damage.
Oh, it probably does, but for right now, so they also get a reflex save against that.
Oh, they do? Oh,
They do, yeah.
okay. I couldn't find where that was in there.
It's so it's they both, one rolls a 15, one rolls a 9. The DC is going to be 10 plus. Let me open up the handbook because we'll get this. We'll do it this time, and then you can write them into your character sheet.
That's what I'm gonna do once we get that. Yeah, I didn't find. I was looking for. I didn't see it on there.
It's underneath. It's actually not in the
Equipment section.
Oh, it's in the equipment section, but it doesn't say it in the grenades itself. Where Grenades. Yeah, it is actually right under grenades description. DC for the save is equal to 10 plus half the grenade's item level. In this case, it's probably 1.
Yeah.
So that's a 0. And your dexterity modifier.
Oh, so then that's 3. So the DC is 13.
13. Because you're proficient, there's no penalties. But if you were not proficient, there would be a -4. So the save DC would also include that proficiency penalty, and would be a 9. But you don't have to worry about that. So numero 7 fails the save and loses 2 points of damage, while this guy passes the save and only takes 1.
Okay.
Right, I'm using an API, and it's some of them may not get it because I don't remember what the API's thing is, and I'm adding extra pieces as we go to make the difficulty appropriate for the size of the party. But you see the aura around everybody? That's health. For the monsters, it's their full hit points. Monsters don't have stamina. For the players, it follows your hit points, not your stamina. So when you lose stamina, it's not going to change colors. But when you lose hit points, it will.
Interesting.
And that way, you guys don't have to ask me, monster almost dead? You should be able to see if the monster's almost dead. Or the other players, for that matter. The only bars you should see are your own. And if that's not the case, let me know. So that's Momo. Erebus, you're up. They're closing in on you. Oh, hey, you had a question about your trick attack miscellaneous damage.
Yeah.
For one thing, I noticed, I took a look at your character and I noticed in your abilities you had the +4 ghost ability. That's errated from the core rulebook. It's actually only +1. So the trick attack is adding in +1. It's adding in +1 instead of +4 because of the errata.
Okay.
Sweet. All right, you don't manage to trick the bug this time. However, your attack is on target and you strike it severely. If I remember correctly, I don't think these things have any particular defenses against your weapon. Semi-auto pistol, yeah. I mean, bullets seem good against these guys. So did the electricity. You can't see it, but that one would be orange for its halo. Let me try something real quick and see if it does what I think it will. I just want to take this guy off of the map real quick and put him back. I see what the problem is. You see, this might actually work.
Good old bug testing.
Ha!
Yeah, well, it didn't do what I wanted it to. I gotta figure out API better for when I'm adding instead of when I'm prepping them early on. All right, Erebus is done. Agent, you're up.
Okay. Never played a biohacker before, so there. 40 feet.
You're gonna surprise me because I've never read up about it, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna to apply a biohack to the pistol. Try to shoot him.
Sweet. $16 is enough to pierce its armor. What does your biohack do besides 3 points of damage?
I'm going to give him vulnerability to fire.
All right, so he is vulnerable to fire. We're just gonna throw an orange dot on him, so we know that's the case. That's kind of sweet. He doesn't get any save or anything for that.
That's awesome.
No, he gets it because I hit him.
Got it. You beat his
Don't
armor
worry about
class, so yeah. If you want to just double check it, I'll move on to the next player. And sounds fair to me. You hit his armor class, so Alder, what you gonna do there, plant guy?
I am going to, against this guy, the one that he made vulnerable, I'm going to perform a feint, and I'm going to do that by pulling the pistol from my back with my L-fan and whipping it around.
Okay.
I'm using the clever feint improvisation.
Gotcha.
Oh, I'm not going to bother rolling the 1d6.
Sure.
It's flat-footed to everyone until the end
Oh,
of my
wow.
next.
Awesome.
And that's it.
Alrighty. Do you let the rest of your companions know that it's distracted?
Yeah, I want to obviously point it out. It should be fairly simple to see.
It kind of trips over its own legs trying to avoid your attack.
Oh, very good. Nice work, Alder.
This one charges right in. Right at the closest target, Erebus.
Yeah.
Ah, but it's unable to make the attack stick. Ah, damage 0, huh? 1d0? That doesn't seem right.
I like this damage.
What's going on with these buckets?
Yeah, it's barely like the 66 damage or some crap I was giving you guys that one time.
That's unfortunate. That was the wrong attack. That's the problem. Not a big deal. At 11 will still miss, so no big deal there. It charges up on you and it flashes out with with its pointed legs to try and claw and grab onto you. Senka, up in the clouds. Bugs are coming in.
I mean, this one appears to be distracted, so she'll take the easy shot.
Oh yeah, not to mention it's you've got that wonderful fire damage weapon and it's now vulnerable to. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. So what vulnerable does is it increases the damage by 50% for something that's vulnerable. So in this case, you do 9 points of fire damage instead of 6.
Nice.
And the API is not working.
Uh-oh.
Because it doesn't list that as hit points. Oh, what a pain in the butt. All right. So, yeah. All right. It'll work for you guys. Maybe I'll have. Yeah. It's the problem with it is I think it only registers one type of. It's looking at a specific thing, and I don't think it's got it looking at the wrong thing. So I'll have to play with that. Anyway, you almost kill that bug with that one shot. And it however charges forward quite it's a bug. It charges forward to attack, but not its buddy. It attacks Momo.
Hey,
But it misses.
well, you missed, bug.
Stelly, action! Your first action!
Yeah, I know, huh? It's great. Stelly's gonna go ahead and maneuver. There's no cover here at all.
No, you're not seeing any cover.
That sucks.
You could try and take some behind. You could go prone to get cover.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go prone next to the bugs.
These ones don't seem to have any range to.
It's a bad idea to do that usually.
Oh yeah, you land your attack and just obliterate this bug.
Nice, silly.
The laser fire just riddles it and tears it in half. Momo.
Fired.
Let's see. Does Erebus have a melee weapon out, or?
Yes, I do. I have a knife out.
Okay, so does it look like Erebus is prepared to go hands-on with this bug?
Yeah.
All right, then Momo is gonna say, "Hold on, out there," and gonna go. Let's see. Can go 10, 20, and then I can move to right here so that you can be in flank for next time. And as I go, I guess I'm gonna. Can I shoot first? I guess. Probably gonna do that, don't I?
Yeah, you can shoot then move.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot at the guy first with my artillery laser. And hey!
Hey, you get a good hit. Solid hit.
Yep, and then and I'm gonna fire while kind of running around because I also have my assault hammer out, so that I can potentially provide flanking for Erebus.
Certainly. That's 4 hands of weapons, right?
That's
assault?
only counting 3, 4, including the grenade.
Okay, I didn't know if the assault hammer counted as a 2-handed weapon.
No, I think it's only one-handed. Well, even if it is, I've still got 2 hands to spare.
There you go. Erebus. Oh, that's certainly good enough. Unfortunately, you didn't manage to trick it. Yeah. I mean, you should be tricking it. I mean, you should only need a 21, which means you probably only need to roll like an 11. So just low rolls on the trick attack at this point.
No. The issue is he's rolling a 1d4 for the trick attack instead of his trick attack. He's got it set up wrong.
No, that's the damage. He doesn't have it set up at all. It's in the character sheet. He rolled a 16 for his trick attack.
Oh, I see.
Total with bonuses. So minus 20 is a CR of minus 4. So not good. You need to roll at least a 21. And I'm saying your bonus is probably a 9 or higher. So it's just bad luck.
I rolled a 3 there. That's what
Yeah.
I have
So-
a stealth to start.
Right, so there you go. But you do manage to find a chink in the armor, and you dig your knife in there, and you manage to pop its beady little head off and destroy that bug as well.
Teamwork!
Adjunct. Looks like your team is doing well. No one has taken any damage at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. Oh, that's not gonna hit.
Sadly, your needle misses the mark this time. Alder, you're up.
Does the bug look damaged?
Absolutely. That bug is missing a couple of legs, but it is still skittering forward, intent on eating you guys. At
Alright.
some point, oh, I took him off and put him back on, so I'm gonna give him a spot here before second.
I will fire on.
Certainly. That's a good shot. Holy Jesus, how did your semi-auto pistol do 14 points of damage?
I don't know.
What is that, +2 and +9?
I don't know.
Special upgrade.
Not till level 3.
Yeah.
Can my pistol do that?
No, specialization is not on. The +9 should be the ammo, so I've got it in the wrong spot. I think.
Yeah.
And the +2 was because I had it set as dexterity, but that's for damage and it's range.
Yeah. So it's 3 points of damage. Got it.
Yeah.
Which is good. I mean, it takes off another leg. It crawls itself forward, attempting to attack Momo. Ooh!
Oh,
A horrible slash with its
yeah.
claws as it
Hell yeah.
slashes into you.
Stelly turns like a red color. Hell yeah. Good job, team.
Ouch! Wait, are you rooting for the Bucks?
No, just blood red.
Momo just got smacked really hard, and you're like, yeah, good job.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Good.
That gets me down into hit points.
Yep, Senka's up.
Oh shit, I'm sorry. I was reading something, I didn't even realize people stopped talking.
Well, you're up.
You kept us in suspense.
Yep, trying to learn more about what I can do. Move to here so that I don't have Momo in the way, and just fire down.
Death from above.
Blind's pretty useful against these guys, huh?
Yeah,
Until
I
April.
had a... I was gonna say, I had a feeling they'd be able to reach me. I don't suppose that one becomes a 2.
It does not become a 2 for any reason, actually, because this one doesn't. The Needler missed.
Oh, okay.
It's deadly. Stelly, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and reverse so I can get soft cover. Shoot. Gotta save my Momo. And
Oh,
Oh, sadly. Momo gets a chance to return the favor, though.
all right.
Squish it,
Momo's going
Momo,
to take
squish it.
a guarded step right here and swing with his assault hammer.
is it an assault weapon?
Yep.
In this
Right.
case, yes.
Yes.
We have a ban on those.
Hey,
No,
It's,
we have a.
it's enough to squish the bug.
I'll teach you, Buggy! He crushes its head. Yeah, Phil, I don't see anything saying the assault hammer is two-handed.
Okay. It may not be. Where is my? It would be in the section. It would be listed under two-handed weapon.
Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, it's just listed as one-handed, I believe.
Hammer assault. Yep, it's right under the title one-handed weapon. Continue.
Nice.
So, yep, assault hammer is one-handed. There you go.
Yay.
Plenty of hands. Plenty of hands.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Momo also has a flashlight out, by the way, just because you said it was a little dim. He hasn't had to use it yet, but
Well, the light is coming up. The sunrise is a little bit. It's where? What did they say? The faint glow on the horizon is occasionally washed out by the light of explosions from Branoa.
Nice.
You dealt with the swarm scouts, and your comms suddenly crackle to life as you hear Jadamark's voice. I repeat, all squadrons form up on Interregion Highway 12. Branoa is being fully evacuated, and we have to defend the civilians while...
Highway what?
Before the transmission cuts out. The same interference from earlier prevents you from...
Oh.
I don't know, maybe one of your companions caught that. Did anyone catch the number of the highway?
Highway something.
Yes, Highway 20.
Yeah,
Also,
I think that's it.
I guess we're going that way.
remember, I happen to recall him saying that it would be a short walk back. Something tells me it won't be.
Stelly, you recall the closest interregion highway to your current position is Interregion Highway 12.
Highway 12?
1-2.
Yeah, Highway 12 is probably the closest interregion highway to this area.
Hmm.
How long will it take us to get there?
Not much more than an hour.
About an hour or so.
Cool. Think we could take just 10 minutes? Or, I mean, if it's an emergency, well, I don't want to let the civilians get hurt. I'll be fine.
Yeah. As much as I'd like to give you 10 minutes, buddy, I don't know if we can... We probably want to go.
Don't worry about it.
All right. With this, I'm going to take 5 minutes. I need a glass of water. And anyone else can take a moment to... we'll just take a quick 5-minute break. Be back at about 10 till.
I'm just going to say Momo will take 30 seconds and pick up some bits and pieces of stuff from the grenade that exploded and toss them into a weird pocket on his armor. Or probably toss them in the backpack and then apologizes to Alder. Oh, sorry about that, buddy.
All right. Is everyone back?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Still there?
Yep.
So after that brief transmission breached your comms, it takes you about an hour to reach Interregion Highway 12. You find the area where the SDF troops are gathering. At this point, the sun has fully risen, and hundreds of aerial and ground vehicles are fleeing Branoa, both on and above the road in the early morning light. The sounds of weapons fire can be heard in the distance, drowned out only by the screeching of the ramjet engines of the SDF fighter planes passing overhead to join the battle above the city. Even from this distance, Branoa looks like a disturbed hornet's nest. with swarm vessels engaging with the aircraft of the 1st Battalion.
Wait. The bugs have planes?
Well, they are planes, some of them. Several of the SDF soldiers stand by the road, waving vehicles forward in slow procession, curtly answering questions from evacuating citizens and repeating that civilians should proceed to Rios City, several dozen miles to the south. Moments after you arrive, you're spotted by Major Jaldamaric, greets you gruffly. Glad you could join us, Midnight Squad. No time for rest. Get your rears in gear and double time to the front. The swarm is about to take Bernoa, and we're giving the evacuees as much time as we can before the critters come flooding out of the city.
10-4, sir!
Do you want our mission report?
No time!
All right, let's kill some bugs.
He directs you to head north and take up a defensive position far enough away from the highway that the stray gunfire won't endanger civilians. It takes you about 30 minutes to reach an appropriate area where large craters are hastily dug trenches mar the landscape. Allow me to move you there.
Ooh.
So there's at least a crater, if not a
So that's cover?
yeah, well, it's a crater, so it's a hole in the ground. But you reach the area and can begin taking up and can begin making defensive preparations.
All right. Yeah. Momo will get down in the crater, taking Alder along, with his artillery laser perched over the edge.
Are the rocks on either side here, are those big enough to like hide behind?
Yeah, those definitely present a terrain obstacle. So they could provide cover, especially for the smaller individuals in the group.
Did you say which direction they're coming from?
Let's see. The sounds of battle are much larger here closer to the city. You can see large swarm vessels enter the airspace around the city and begin to land on the outskirts. Let's say that Branoa is in that direction.
Oh, okay. So we might
And
want
the
to
highway is back here. The
Okay.
highway kind of comes from the north and comes around, but it's kind of in that direction.
Where's our?
So actually,
I'm going to point out that
we probably want to
earlier
be over here then.
Philip said that some of the bugs burrow, so we may want to keep that in mind.
Mm.
So
You know,
kinda
it
stealth behind
occurs
these
to
rocks?
it occurs to me as someone who can generally stay above the fighting. Shouldn't you all follow suit? Get on top of the rocks and fight down at the melee attackers. Cover isn't going to help you much against them.
Ooh, that's good thinking, Thinker. Come on, Elder.
As you make your
And I'm gonna
defensive
hop up on the rock.
preparation, you hear and see explosions to the north as a large Bernoan skyscraper is engulfed in flames and begins to topple over. Shortly afterward, a shadow moves across the landscape and a massive structure streaks across the sky above, billowing a trail of smoke. Culture checker engineering will give you some information about this huge shadow overhead.
Did someone say engineering?
Erebus and Stelly, you immediately recognize this shadow as one of Suskalon's space docks crashing down from orbit.
That's no good.
That's not good at all.
Anyone else who gets above a 15 engineering or 12 culture also knows the same thing and can confirm it.
Oh, Jesus.
Whew.
I guess
Just as you communicate this amongst yourselves, the huge station strikes the hills to the north of Branoa, and there is a massive flash of white light followed by a few seconds later by an ear-splitting explosion. A cloud of dust envelopes the region for miles in a matter of moments. All of you give me a will save.
Uh-oh.
This is a mind-affecting fear effect.
So 18.
17. Engine.
We are a brave crew.
Yeah, you guys are great. You all cope with this massive devastation and loss of life as the dust obscures your vision, and you cannot see clearly more than 5 feet away from yourself.
Oh no.
And
Oh, fuck.
you can make out shapes at greater than 5 feet, but outside of about 50 feet, it's total concealment. I mean, you have a hard limit of about 50 feet of vision.
Let's see. How long has passed since we got into position, Phil?
Moments,
Okay.
maybe minutes, maybe a couple minutes at most.
Gotcha.
As you've taken position and you're waiting for the bugs, and you're following your orders to come out here and provide as much time as possible for the civilians to escape. Everybody give me a perception check as you're looking around and waiting for the attack to come.
And can I actively try to hide in the shadows or behind the rocks?
Sure, you can try to be hidden. Let's see.
What is my perception?
Yeah, you're pretty well hidden there. Let's see, 17, 16, 15, 19, 2, 17. Okay.
Well, there goes a major point of evacuation right there.
And as you're looking around trying to peer through the dust, almost before you can react, creatures begin swarming up from the ground below you.
Oh boy.
Roll initiative.
Ready for rocks.
Hey, for these.
You clear the initiative first?
No, I don't need to clear it. It'll re-roll.
Okay.
I will willfully opt to go after. Oh, never mind. They decided that for me.
Oh boy.
All right, Stelly, what comes up out of the ground behind you? Tries to grab onto you with its
Oh,
barbs. Oh, it's unable to grab you though.
Oh. Didn't Erebus go first?
This is the surprise round.
Oh, my
so
bad.
None of you perceived well enough that they were coming out of the ground below you. You couldn't feel the rumble.
On top of
maybe
the rocks.
your legs, maybe, yeah, you're up on the rocks, so it's difficult to feel the vibrations of the ground.
But Phil, they get to move and act on the surprise round?
Well, no, their movement was on the last round. They're just kind of bubbling out
gotcha.
of the ground. And
That's where they came out from. I misunderstood. Okay.
yeah. That one gets a hold of you, Stelly, I think. What's your armor class? Ooh, KAC 16. It gets a hold of you. It jumps up and it grabs. It jumps up and grabs onto your armor. It's attached to you now. We're just gonna give that a yellow dot for attached, not to you. Well, actually, that works out good. So a yellow dot on each of you. You guys are attached. And what attached does, because I'm sure you're curious. Fine. Attached. The creature deals no damage, but it adheres to its target. Once attached, the creature gains a +4 bonus to its armor class from cover and a +2 circumstance bonus to melee attacks. But it can attack only the creature to which it is attached. An attached creature can't move, though it moves with its target. It cannot take actions that require 2 hands or make attacks of opportunity. An attached creature can be removed with a successful strength check made as a move action, or it can remove itself as a move action. Let's see which one's next. That one's next. That one comes out and attempts to attach itself to Agent and fails. And another one attempts to attach itself to you, Stelly. Ooh, it succeeds too. You got him on the front and the back, buddy. You're wearing them like armor. That one tries to get up to you, Momo. But it's unsuccessful. And that should be all of them. Did I miss any of them?
There's one more near me.
Yeah, I missed that one earlier. Let me just see if it would actually not attack, is it has to climb up the rocks to get to you.
Yep.
So now, Erebus, you are unseen, my dear.
Yeah, that's useful.
They didn't even feel you.
I don't see why you wouldn't.
That doesn't seem very pleasant for whatever reason. Partly attached, they can't make attacks off me, correct?
That is correct. Their limbs, the majority of their limbs are busy holding on to their target. What is your movement speed? I'm going to say this rock was difficult terrain.
Okay.
So maybe come back one. Still good enough. Yeah, that's good. CR1, guess what? CR1's high enough. You managed to trick it. It is flat-footed. So you do, in fact, hit it and do 7 points of damage.
Here, my place.
It's working! I fixed the API.
Yay.
Did you guys see it change colors there?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Also saw blood squirt out of it.
Yeah, blood squirts out of it. Isn't that great? Those guys are busy, so this guy digs back under the ground and pops up right in front of Erebus, attempts to attach to her, and it succeeds.
I guess I go stabs. That's a lot.
I'll give you guys pink dots for attachment. Agent!
Hey, what do I do to this guy? This guy's good moved, so I can't move around much without provoking.
Correct.
Well, you could take a guarded step.
Yeah.
The square directly above you is going to be difficult terrain. That
Okay.
rocky, slopey area.
Oh. See much. Here. And
I'd allow you to come back at a diagonal with a guarded step.
I don't want to put myself in the corner.
Gotcha. Oh, baby in the corner.
That's not even gonna hit it. So that's.
Yep, that's gonna miss. All right, this one attached to you, Stelly. He attempts to attack you with his claws, gaining a bonus because he's attached. Ooh, 5 damage. I guess he would probably try to attack twice, wouldn't he? I didn't take the penalty there, so you get off lucky. He was dumb. The next one won't be so lucky. Senka, you're up. It seems they can't catch you when you're flying in the air. Even 15
Yes,
feet
but
up.
That's all the more reason I should try and be more helpful. Move to here, and gonna fire down at the already injured one there.
Was that your stamina, Stelly, or your hit points?
I don't know which one's which.
The green bar first. That's your stamina.
That says the H. Says my. Not for me, it doesn't. Because my HP is 11 and my stamina is 8.
Oh. Well, that's no good. Huh. Yours might be the only one that's backwards. I fixed it. Senka, you fire down into that one for 4 points of damage. Oh, let's see. Wait a minute. EAC, yeah, you hit it. You hit it. It had +4 cover bonus from Stelly, but you hit it. Stelly, you're up.
So how does this work? Can I attack or?
Yeah, you can still attack them. They still have. I don't think. I mean, if you attacked them with a melee weapon, I don't think they would get any cover from you, from being attached to you.
Ranged
But
weapons are out.
They're not. Yeah, they're not grappled. So, I just think that ranged weapons would give them an opportunity attack on you.
I guess I go hands free and stab it. The one that's upwards.
Oh, you stab
Hey!
it. You stab it hard for 5 points. But you know what 5 points is?
Not enough.
More than enough to kill. You were stabbing the injured one, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you kill that sucker. Kill it dead. All right, and as you do kill it, its claws release you, and it falls away. Its husk falls to the ground.
All right.
Momo. Oh, actually, Stelly has a move action.
Can I dislodge it with a strength roll?
You can attempt to dislodge it with a strength roll. Yes.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's enough. You free yourself from this one. And that was a move action. So there you go. Momo's up.
All right, so I can't guarded step onto these rocks because they're difficult terrain.
Correct.
So I'm just trying to decide if I want to do a full attack with my assault hammer or just swing once. Why not? Just for fun, I'm going to try to hit it twice. The top one of the two. So that is 10 and
First attack misses.
second one hit.
Second one hits for
Okay.
5 damage.
All right. Well. We got a little bit of trouble here, Alder.
And it's Alder's turn. You guys are right together. In sync.
Sure, we can do it. I am going to. I don't have a melee weapon, so I'm going to clever feint.
Got it. You succeed.
Okay, it's
It
flat-footed.
Flat-footed.
Yeah, to the end of my next turn.
Oh. Hey, Zach, remind me next time we're in a similar situation, I should delay till after you.
Hey, it's all good.
Yep, no,
Well,
I know, we're learning.
He jumps
We're
up and
learning our
grabs
team.
you, Momo.
Ah!
And then I didn't put the -4 in there, so I'm gonna remember to do the -4s. This one follows Agent, moving into the snow, attempting to grab onto her. 'Cause that's what these things do. Oh, it grabs you!
Is he an 18?
An 18 beats your KAC, right?
My AC versus combat maneuvers is 24.
Yeah, but it's just versus KAC. It's not a combat maneuver.
Oh, it's part of an attack.
It's an attack that deals no damage. So it only has to beat your KAC. But it's a good call. Combat maneuvers are much higher than that. Deli, this one, it's going to attempt to grab you and then claw you if it succeeds.
Do I get a attack of opportunity? No, I don't get attack of opportunity.
No, but it misses with its attach, and it slashes out with its claw, just blindly missing you. This one here attempts to. Momo's small, so it doesn't even think it can attach to him because it's already got one. So he just claws at Momo twice.
Momo is in bad shape now.
Oh yeah, he is. Momo's at 0.
Yep,
You lost
Momo.
8 from the first one, so you.
Yep,
went to
that
0.
dropped me to 0.
Yeah, he probably.
So that took a resolve point, right?
Well, it doesn't take a resolve point yet. He did not do enough damage on the second swing. He's probably not even going to take because you fell.
Okay.
He might
Let's see if I
try.
fall.
He might try and attack Alder with that one. But I think Alder is going to have some cover from you.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Probably not enough, though. I guess improved cover of 8 would give him 22. So that protects Alder. You protected Alder with your body.
Yay! Save
Nervous.
yourself, buddy!
I don't like this thing on me. Trick attack it with my knife.
Hello,
Hello?
I hear you. You want a trick attack? And give it a moment. It's just roll 20. It's gonna throw it up like 3 or 4 times here in just a moment. Yeah, here it comes. So you successfully trick attack it, and you successfully hit it for 7 points of damage. And that's your turn. And it tries to claw you twice. Especially since it's attached. Even being attached, it has difficulty getting at you. Ooh, and then it scores a vital blow.
That hurt.
That hurt.
Yeah.
Johnson. You've been separated from your party. Your team needs you. You see the Skittermander fall on the rocks above.
I thought it was all dusty and I couldn't see anything.
It's dusty. You see his shape because it's more than 5 feet away from. You see the shape of where he was, and you see him fall. It's pretty easy. You see all 6 hands go up.
Yeah, my artillery laser falls to the
And
ground
you
with
hear
a
him.
splatter.
Hey. I gotta figure out how it works when I can see you fully, like what penalties I have. Because I can't do anything against the one I'm attached to because I don't have a melee.
Gotcha. You can attempt to break free, which is a move action, and then it won't be attached to you. That's just a strength check. The other thing is you can move, and it just moves with you. Additionally, as far as creatures greater than 5 feet away, they have partial concealment because of the dust. So let's see. 5 feet away but less than 50 has concealment as opposed to total concealment. So it's a 20% miss chance for targets greater than 5 feet away. I should have had Senka roll that one, and she shot that one. Oh well. So if you move, the attached bugs don't get attacks of opportunity because they just move with you.
Okay, so
They're medium creatures, right?
These bugs are small,
Ah, okay.
as shown by the smaller tokens, i.e.,
Yeah.
the same size as Momo.
I see.
I try to make sure that my tokens are actually sized so that they represent the size of the creature. If you look at Alder is tiny.
You can't even see Alder. Alder's underneath
You
Momo.
can't see Alder because he's underneath Momo, but if I move Momo, you can see Alder quite small.
Itty bitty.
Oh, so I don't actually have to roll an attack roll to hit my ally. I just have that miss chance.
Sure.
Actually, don't have any healing abilities. Bit of a bonus. I had to give him +1 AC. Or just roll the d. So hit him.
Which of us are you shooting?
I'm shooting Momo.
Shooting Momo.
Oh.
Momo's not moving, so Momo gains a bonus to armor class.
+1 to both of them.
Okay.
And
I guess I'll attempt a strength check to try to kick this thing off.
not a bad idea. You succeed. Which is a good thing, because like I said, they get a +2 to attack, which means multiple attack is only -2 instead of -. Senka.
I'm gonna make a bet that Erebus is gonna be fine since it's just the one. But Momo is outnumbered, so I'm gonna move over here.
Yeah, you also hear him
Yeah.
fall on the comms. You
yeah.
hear him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also down, bleeding out.
And I'm gonna fire on the weakened one.
Oh, and roll your whatchamacallit.
If you look in the collection tab, so the menu button at the top of the chat says collection. You should see a mischance macro in there. You can just hit that guy. You don't see it in there at all?
There's not a mischance macro up there. There is, however, one in the macros separately, I can roll.
Yeah, you guys. I can make it come up on the tokens. Show us token.
There we go.
There you go. So
Hey.
green is good. That means you didn't miss, which means you did 6 points of damage to the yellow one.
Yeah.
All right. The one that was attached to Momo. Stella, you're up.
I'm going to take a guard step back and shoot the one in front of me. To the
Because
west.
of the rocky outcropping that you're on, you cannot take a guarded step.
Okay, then I can move it,
Re-
right? And then shoot.
Yeah, it just requires more attention, so it will get an attack opportunity as you move.
True. So I'm just gonna stab it.
There you go.
Stabbing away from
That's the problem with being on top of rocks. You miss. Would you like to try to move now?
No.
Okay. Momo, you are unconscious and dying. You can
Yes.
spend 1/4 of your resolve up to a maximum of 3 points to stabilize on
I
this
will
turn.
do that.
Wait,
that'll
since when
cost
was
us-
Momo down?
He went down
Yeah.
last round. He got badly scratched by the.
Because he's still got a full green circle, otherwise I might have tried to do something else.
He actually doesn't have a green circle. I don't know where his circle
Oh.
is.
That's
He's got
confusing.
Alder's circle underneath it.
That's why. Yes, that's right.
Okay, I would have tried something else then.
If that's the case, could Eve applied it to Alder?
He could have applied the armor class to Alder.
I'm just
Or-
wondering.
What would you have done differently?
Learning this character, sorry.
No problem. You had the dredger attached to you, so
Still would have done that.
okay, so that would have been a
Removed it.
movement action to remove it.
I
And then-
still would have used a biohack on him.
Would you use a different one than armor?
Pretty sure I might be able to heal him, maybe? Even if it's just one point.
Yeah, I think we're all a little new with the biohacking.
Yeah, it's a new thing that people aren't familiar with. Whatever, it's somewhere that you can beat up. 8 wound checks or something.
Well, I mean, if you could still have applied the AC bonus to Alder, who's still conscious. Then
Yeah,
unhurt.
I guess I'll just do that and go ahead with.
It's
Alright.
minor boosters, what you're thinking of. Allows you to attempt some medicine check on targets as long as they're within range of your custom microlab. Depends on your level, what you can do.
Yeah,
at
level
first
1
level,
you can administer first aid. Which means you could have made the medicine to stabilize him, and then he could use his resolve point to get back in the fight.
But I can still do that next round.
I'll make the check.
Okay,
Okay.
let's see.
What happens?
Because
I'll do
then
the
you could
medicine
use.
check.
Because if he succeeds, which he does, because I think it's just a 15 to let me check that. I'm
Otherwise,
sure it's a 15 to stabilize. Pull out the handy dandy guide here. Let's see.
Yep, 15 is DC of this check is 15.
Okay. Thank you. So you were stable at the beginning of your turn. So Momo, you can spend a resolve point to get back in the fight at 1 hit point.
All right, I will go ahead and do that. And is that at the start of my turn, or?
Yes, you get your full turn. Now
great.
you can see Momo's ring there.
Yes.
Momo's got
Okay,
that
so-
ring.
Momo, you bug bastard!
You still start your fight. You still start your round as prone and attached.
Yes.
Because it hasn't let go of you yet.
Can I still swing my assault hammer on the one that's attached to me?
You'll have to grab it, but I'll allow you to grab all of your stuff as a move action.
Okay, then I'm out. Move action. I'll stay prone and just move action. Like grab the thing. Just sort of. I'm imagining it's sort of on my chest. So I'm just like grabbing the hammer and like trying to smash my own chest.
Yep. And you're prone, it's prone, so no penalties, bonuses.
Yeah,
Just
so
roll.
just a straight roll. All right, I miss.
Yeah, it's difficult while you're rolling around. Alder, save him!
I don't think that'll work. I'm extremely weak.
Yeah, but you got a gun!
At a strength
I
of like
do.
11, I managed to pull it off.
I got a strength of 6.
Yeah.
I'm not able to take a guard step, correct?
You are not able to take a guarded step because of the rocks.
Okay,
Well,
I want
you
to
are.
try acrobatics,
Okay, that's fine.
and I succeed.
You do succeed because you had to beat
16.
CR, what? Is it 15 plus
15
1.5
plus-
level?
Yep.
1.5 CR? So yeah, you succeed for that.
And then I want to.
And that means
Here.
you can move half speed
Yeah, so I'll move
over
here.
difficult terrain. Is 20 feet half speed?
Here.
There you go.
Yep.
Now you could take a second move, or you could do something.
No, I'm gonna try and shoot the
The one
that's
attached, Momo.
It's still flat-footed until the end of my turn.
Yep. Which means it only gains a +2 for being attached to Momo.
I don't know if that hits a 13.
I have to check. A 13 is not going to be enough. Sadly. Very close.
I'm trying, Momo.
I know. Momo appreciates it.
Momo, it's on you.
I know.
You started wiggling around again. It attacked twice.
Well, I did try to hit it with a hammer.
You did.
Oh
You're
no.
out again.
Yep.
That one on Agent tries to grab you again, but this time it's going to use its claw afterwards. It fails to grab onto you, but manages to hit you for 8 points.
Oof.
This one
Bad
attempts to grab you again, Stelly, and then claw you afterwards. Ooh, it got on you. And it hits you hard. That one crawls over top of Momo, chasing down the little bug, the little plant that could. Ouch. Alder, it sneaks in a claw and just catches you across the stem. Erebus. No, I don't think you do.
See if I can play this
Hey.
But your trick attack fails. But you do manage to damage it.
Just die already.
Ouch. You go down.
Oh,
It
no.
doesn't it doesn't keep attacking you, so.
Wait, Momo's back up?
No.
No, Momo's down again, but so is Erebus now.
Oh, I see full health on oh.
That's the bug.
That's
That's
bug
the
behind it.
bug that crawled over top of him.
Oh, okay.
Momo's out. Momo's
Yeah.
dead. Well, dying.
Momo is not dead. Momo's gonna stabilize and not go up.
Momo is not dead. And it is Edgenton's turn.
What do you think about this one next to me?
It tried to claw you. Did it damage you?
It did.
Yeah, so it clawed at you and damaged you, but it was unable to attach itself.
Yeah, but I can't damage it. It's just too close and.
There is a full round action called a withdrawal action where you can move away from something without provoking.
I could either try and get Momo up again.
Or you could try and get Momo stable.
That's what I mean. I'll get him stable. I'll do that. This chance again. There we
You
go.
succeed. Momo is stable.
Okay.
And I guess I'll guarded step.
Alright. Senka.
So I have a question for you, GM.
Yeah.
If I were to theoretically, like, just drop on something,
Mm-hmm.
as ending a movement action above something and canceling my flight, would I need to roll for that? If so, what? And what kind of damage would we be talking?
Sounds like a bull rush.
Okay, well, here is what I'm thinking. I want to try and I obviously can't make an action after moving or during a movement, but I want to fire around at that thing
Sure.
while flying up above and then cancel movement above this bug and just dropping it. I'll take whatever damage I take from fall damage, but I'm curious if you'd let me deal damage to that thing.
No. I'm gonna let you deal damage for because the fall is basically a bull rush action, which is a standard action. I'm gonna say no. Does that make sense?
Not really, but okay.
Because you're trying to damage it, and or move it or something. You're trying to collide with it, not in a the normal sense, moving through the squares, but in a vertical sense as opposed to a horizontal sense.
Right, but I'm also going to be taking the same amount of damage it takes, or at least something similar, because I'm, one way or the other, I'm forcing myself to take fall damage in an attempt to finish it off.
Oh, hey, in like a bull rush or shove action or something, are there rules for like if it's being pushed against a wall, like if it can't move because of it's a wall, it would take damage? Because you could see that as like smashing it into the ground.
There really is not.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was in Starfinder. I'd never seen it though.
Yeah. In Pathfinder, there's ruling for that, but yeah, not Starfinder.
Yeah. No
Okay.
monks.
In that
you
case,
gotta fall.
sorry,
You gotta fall
Momo.
at least 10 feet in order for you to take damage, and then it's gonna try and move, to avoid the damage. You know, so I mean, it's going to be an attack in order to make you would have to make an attack, and you have to move, which is the standard of which is the definition of a full round of actions.
You know what?
Yeah.
Technically, that guy's still attached to me too. To Momo.
I understand what you want to do. There's just not enough time to do it. If you were hasted, maybe.
I mean, the reason I think it would work personally is I'm not like. It's stuck against him. It's a space that I would be falling on top of.
Mm-hmm.
And so
I would allow you
that
to
makes sense
do
to
it.
me.
I would allow you to
But-
do it to do damage, but you would have to make an attack roll to hit it.
And I wouldn't be able to help Erebus as a result.
Exactly.
Okay. In that case, I'll fly. I will just fly down to here and attack the other thing, and sort of just try to get its attention away from Alder and Momo, both of them,
Okay.
I suppose. The attack. Let me roll the mischance.
Yay!
Okay.
And let's see. So you were shooting, then moving?
Yeah.
And which one did you shoot at? The damaged one on Momo?
No, the one over by Erebus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good enough. Good enough. It's enough to destroy it. So it's gone, and Erebus is out of harm's way.
In that case, so that attack killed it.
Yes.
Cool. I gain a bonus.
And that makes it Stelly's turn.
And that one next to me is attached to me, right?
It is not attached to you. It hurts you, but it's not attached.
Okay, I'm just gonna stab the shit out of it.
Gotcha.
And maybe?
And you do. You hit it. It doesn't have any cover or anything, but it only takes 1 damage, so... And it's a bug. It's got a lot of hit points. Momo, you're stable, but there's a bug standing over top of you.
Yeah, Momo, I think at this particular juncture, Momo is going to just stay stable.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I'll do.
I do not have an infinite supply of resolve points.
Agreed. Scrooge, you're up.
I'm going to attempt a repeat of last turn. And
No. No.
It strikes out at you, but misses. You're too small. You're too tiny. But you hit it.
does that kill it?
Which one were you shooting at? The one on... If you're shooting at the one on Momo, it had cover.
You could
But-
shoot at
but
the
that's
one
enough.
on Acid.
It's
Oh,
enough.
Never mind. Oh, because it was flat-footed.
Well, it was not flat-footed, but it only had four points of cover for being attached to you, and 16 was enough to hit that.
Oh, okay. I thought it was flat-footed because of the pink.
No, that was only for the one round.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
But Momo no longer has a bug attached to him.
Yay!
This one continues to try to attach and claw at Agent. Ooh, it attached to you. The pain! The claws! 6 more points
Oh,
of
no.
damage. You're still alive! You can still help your friends.
You gotta help me
yourself.
too here.
Oh boy.
How does that attachment hide your body?
It's just attaching to your armor and
Oh, okay.
your everything. And then it claws at you. And that's what it's going to try to do. It gets you. And tries to claw you, but 13 is not enough. Right? Yeah, your KAC is higher than that. So you managed not to take any damage from it. But it is attached. And this one attacks Cinca because it doesn't really know what's going on with Momo. So it attempts to attach and claw. It fails to attach. Right? Yep. And tries to claw. And misses. Breathers. Erebus. You can stabilize for 1 resolve. Adjutant.
Okay.
Get it off! Get it off! Get it off!
I don't know if I can afford to do that right now.
Okay.
This will go there.
It moves with you as it is
Well,
attached.
I thought it would just turn.
Yeah, I mean, it could just turn. I mean, it stays attached. It's basically in your square. But, I mean, we can leave it where it is, sure.
Okay, so this other one over here.
Yeah, under Momo.
If I shoot at that, am I gonna provoke from this one?
I don't
Is that how
think
attach
so.
works?
I don't think so because attach just allows them to attack.
Okay, then I will do that. Apply a biohack. 3 damage.
Give me the mischance.
Alright.
Each of your characters should have a mischance macro on the character macros at this point.
Okay, I'll have to take a look here.
But you succeed. And you make it vulnerable?
Well, I could do that, or I could take AC down by 2, whichever one's more valuable at this point. I mean, they seem to be pretty easy enough to hit.
Yeah.
I guess I'll give it the vulnerability to fire.
Alrighty. Vulnerable to fire. And that makes it Senka's turn.
Well, if it's vulnerable to it, might as well use it. I'm going to shoot it.
Do you want to move first?
Yeah, sure.
So you can do an acrobatics.
Or
Is it going to make an attack of opportunity against me?
it's going to try to if you just move.
Oh, there you go, acrobatics.
Alright.
Fail.
It failed, or you failed, so it attempts to slash you, missing. Good for you.
Oh, is it still up though?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And okay, let's see. Your attack was an 18. Gotcha. I didn't notice your 18 and 4 damage. It's gonna take 6, but it is still up. Stelly.
Well, I'm attached here, so I'm gonna attack it with my knife.
Yeah, hovering requires a acrobatics check.
And I'm gonna try to break free of its attachment.
Gotcha. You stab it for another point, but you're unable to break free.
Right.
Momo.
Okay. So this guy's on top of me, right?
It is.
So if I were to go, I'm going to burn another resolve point to go conscious.
Uh-huh.
There we go. And having done that, I just remembered I can actually once per day take an extra move action.
Yes, you can. You are hyper.
Yes. So if I were to do that, could I use a move action to get to stand up even though it's on top of me?
Use a move
Yeah.
action to crawl 5 feet. Oh,
I'll let you stand up in an adjacent square.
Okay. All right. So then I'll just stand up like right here.
Sure.
And
You revive. You kind of roll down the rock a little bit, and
yeah, and as I'm going, I'll use my other move action to grab my hammer.
yep.
And I got to give myself 1 hit point and smash it or attempt
Yes,
to.
do it. Do it. Smash it. Do it. Kill it.
I will.
Kill it dead. You kill it dead.
Yay! Yeah, you goddamn punk!
Alder.
After seeing that model, I'm going to move closer and fire at the bug that's attached to Acid. Trying to help her out. It gets a +4 bonus, doesn't it?
For what?
Being
see, for being attached.
Yep.
It is attached, so yeah, it's got +4 armor class bonus.
I will
It's using Adjunct as a shield.
clever things that used to that.
No, you succeed. It is flat-footed. Others may take advantage of that. All right, that one being attached to Adjutant is going to try to do the stabby stabby. And it drops.
Oh no.
And then it unattaches so that it can move to attach to someone else.
Yeah, these things are nasty.
There's so many of them.
Yeah, it's the sheer numbers is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, it nearly takes you out, Stelly.
That and they didn't let us put the soldiers between us and them.
Yeah, they came up underneath you and you guys were spread out a bit. Erebus, you can get back in the... it costs you 1 resolve and you get your full turn.
Ooh, I'm on the ground, so.
What?
Would I have
You can-
dropped my gun?
Oh yeah, your gun's laying right next to you, but you can pick it up as you're standing
Okay.
as part of your trick attack,
Oh, okay, I'll do that.
and then shoot the swarm dredger on Stelly.
Yeah. I guess I'll shoot me.
You needn't move to do a trick attack, but it is a full round action.
Yeah.
Ouch. Adjutant can use a resolve point to stabilize.
Yeah.
Sanka, kill it!
go.
Hey, that's a good shot.
Is it?
It's
Yes, it
more
is.
than half its health.
I'm gonna get some height as soon as I do that.
All right, you can go ahead and take your move action. Flying up requires it's basically difficult terrain to fly up.
What?
Yes, flying against gravity is harder than with gravity. So basically, flying directly up is difficult terrain. So you could get up 15 feet.
Right.
Yeah. At an angle, it's not at a. I mean, if you're just going horizontal, it's not an issue. But anytime you're changing elevation up. Stelly, what are you gonna do?
Well, I don't want to die, so I'm
Right.
going to stab it.
Stab it hard. Damn D4 knife. Oh, anytime you roll good damage, you bad attack.
And I guess I try to break free then.
All right,
And
Ugh.
I'm done.
Momo. Shoot something, Momo.
All right.
You have to spend a
So,
move
well,
action to pick up your weapon.
yeah, I know. I was thinking of that, or I'm wondering if it's worth trying to just pin this thing down so it can't do anything else, and let everybody else go after it.
Well, every time you've gotten to them, they stuck their claws in you.
That's true, but it would have a hard time doing it if I pinned it and I get a +2 to combat maneuvers. But I'm just gonna shoot it. I will spend my move action to grab my artillery laser and attempt to shoot it.
Especially since
Alright,
it's
actually-
flat-footed.
Yeah, actually, can I, as part of my move action, just step back up to here, take a guarded step while I'm doing it? So I'm not.
I'll
I
let you grab it on the way up.
I just don't want adjutants to be in. I guess all the adjutants prone, so wouldn't be providing cover.
Yeah, you're not. It's not going to get any cover.
Okay. Well, then I won't do it. Well, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, I'm gonna shoot it. Hey!
Oh, good damn shot. Good damn shot. Why are you getting 11? Oh, D10.
D10.
It's a
That's
D10,
right.
yeah.
Splat.
And it's burning as it dies.
Burn,
Damn good job,
motherfucker!
Momo. Alder! Save Stelly!
I'm going to head that way.
It's difficult
it's
terrain,
right
remember?
to you. Yeah, that's why I went down. Am I? No, I'm not. Okay.
You're
And
good. You have
I'm-
another 15 feet of movement if you want.
And I'm able to see them.
Absolutely. Well, you can see their shapes.
I want to do a clever feint. I don't actually want to shoot at them.
That's fine. It's they just have concealment, so I don't think concealment would affect that. Sadly. What's the D6? Oh, 16, you succeed. Good job, Envoy. Good job.
It worked.
Nicely
It
done.
worked.
Sadly, it worked.
Oh, Stelly, I hope your armor helps.
Yeah, I'm not counting on it, bud. Yeah, it's
No, you're down.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Erebus. It's already flat-footed, though. You really don't want to get closer to it in your condition. Not at all.
So I will trick attack. Moving over there.
There we go.
I I kill it.
There we go. That does kill it. That's 11 points. It's exactly what you needed to kill it.
Ooh.
So Stelly goes down, and as it disconnects from him, you manage to pop shot it and take it out. Let's see. As that happens, Senka, you hear over the radio, "All SDF forces, this is a full retreat. Fall back beyond the Demothar River and regroup at Fort Gallant." You can tell it's Jalda Merrick's voice. And as before, his orders are followed by the sound of close-range fire from a semi-auto pistol before the signal cuts out. And we're going to leave it at that for tonight.
Okay.
All right.
Wow, we
I hope
just
I
barely
scared you guys.
survived.
Not in good shape.
Yeah, well, 6 people still got their asses kicked.
This,
Yep.
I hope this is a foreshadowing of the book.
People all of us need to have flight speed. Okay.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
apparently.
hearing.
Next
You
character is gonna be a
don't seem able to
dragon.
fly.
Next character is a dragonkin.
All right, guys, I gotta run. I've been holding something back, and if you're still here when I get back, I'll chat with you. Otherwise, I'll talk to you later.
Or later.
No worries,
I'm gonna
Phil.
be
Great
taking-
game.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's good to meet you new guys.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,